Hey, what's happening, team? It's time for another Excel demo with Rich Kerr. In this scenario, we're going to take a look at the amazing filter function in Excel. Now, this is a bit different than using auto filter, where you have the drop-down arrows at the top of your column headings, or even advanced filter, where you can copy out filter results to another range. If you're interested in those tools, check out my video on those. This is a bit different, and I really like how this function works. Here I've got a list of student information, and I want to be able to retrieve all of the students from a given room number. So what I'd like to do is be able to just simply enter a room number here and be able to then see who is the teacher and then who are all the students, their ages, and what neighborhood they're from. So first, to get the teacher, well, actually, I'll circle back to the teacher. Let's do the student's age and neighborhood first. So first, I'm going to do an equals filter, open paren. So the first thing I need to include is the array of data that I wish to filter, and that's this information over here. Got to kind of decide, what do I want to see? Well, I don't really need to include column A because that's just the room number, and that's actually what I'm searching on. That's my filter criteria. So I want to bring back just the data from columns B, C, and D. So that's my filter array, B through D. Comma. Now here's where the magic happens. Which rows do I want to include? Or in other words, what's my filter? My filter is going to be where column A is equal to the value that I've entered in cell I1. That's my filter criteria, room 340. Finally, what I'd like to do is preemptively give a message that the formula should kick out if that's not a valid room number. So I'm going to say room, and then I'm going to say and to reference that number, and then not found. So if a bogus room number is entered, it'll just say that that room number is not found. So filter. This is the range I want to bring back data from. That's the array. Column A being equal to the value in I1 is my include. That's my criteria. And this is my message if there are no records found that match. Now, filter is one of the new functions that's a dynamic array function in Excel, meaning that when I write the formula in that cell, in this case H4, the results spill down to use as many cells as are required for the resulting array of data. So you don't have to fill it after you create the formula. It automatically fills or spills the formula down. So now we see all the students that are from room 340. If I change it to another room number, we get a different result set. And we see that that works. Now, if I put in a room number that doesn't work, it actually says room 317 not found. Okay, so that was part of the formula. We said we wanted to mention that room number is not found if the filter does not work. Okay, so now I'm going to add one more bit of polish to this model. I want to also show the teacher. Now I didn't include the teacher in my spill formula because then it would just repeat the teacher's name. There's one teacher for each room number. So just to illustrate, let's say I had taken this all the way out to column E instead of D, right? This also shows you how easy it is to adjust the filter formula. If I include column E as part of the array to retrieve, then it brings back the teacher's name as well. And of course, that one room number has a teacher. So rather than having the teacher's name repeat all the way down, I still just want to bring the array of data in B through D, but I do want to show the teacher right here. Just one instance of the teacher's name, just as there's one instance of the room number, because that's what we're filtering on. So for that, I'm just going to use an X lookup. Super easy. We'll say equals X lookup. My lookup value is the 260, comma. My lookup array is going to be column A, and my return array is going to be column E. So if you haven't used XLOOKUP, it's in many ways a far superior methodology than VLOOKUP. It's super fast and super simple. This is where it should look up the value, and this is the column that has the data that I want returned. So the teacher for room 260 is Bobby Morse, and then these are the students their ages, and their neighborhoods. So this is the filter function. I hope you find it useful in your daily work. Please tune in again soon for more Excel demos with Rich Kerr. Peace.